Good morning. It's me, Bradley G. So here I am in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and it's the first. This is the first magical for seniors video since last year. It's been oh my god. So I just brought out my little private club things. I thought I'd be funny, because I knew that my friend Steve Hart has something funny, but I heard that he got in trouble and he's in prison. So we need to go rescue him. He's not in prison, but here's the deal, Glockenspiel. I want to kind of show off some of my supporting sponsors. One is Popped Corn. They've got a retail store over in Minnetonka, and they also do corporate group gifts and things for parties and events and things of that sort. Then also my friend Mary Jo over at Las Vegas tonight. She's going to be exhibiting at the Minnesota Event Planners Expo, and Las Vegas tonight does those portable poker games and blackjack, and she also has like carnival games and inflatables and all that kind of stuff up here in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. And I'm started my mantra, the daily dose. So I'm going to do something magical every day. So today we're talking about creativity, and you're going to take a test. So let's go find my friend Steve-O. He's in here somewhere. I got to dig him out. There he is.
Hi.
Hi there. You got out of prison.
I'll show them that in a little bit.
Okay. Yes, something.
Start off with yours. I was going to start off with mine.
We have having some technical difficulties. We do sometimes, but we are creative, so we can pivot and innovate, right?
That's right. I'll tell you, that's one of the signs of being professional and mature is that you can be flexible. Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah, like what are you going to do when the event coordinator's not there and there's a big room full of seniors that are waiting to see your show and they've been there for a half hour because she got scheduling.
I'm being challenged every day by more and more of that kind of stuff, and yeah, it's getting crazy out there. But the secret is to know how to adapt. How to move around that and lower my expectations and just hold on to my intentions of what it is I want to do and why I'm there. So there's a difference. There's a difference between intention and expectations. So.
Looks like we have two people viewing us here, one from Magic for Seniors and one from the Magic Universe. It's possible that it's one person.
Oh, okay.
Both those platforms.
Okay.
You never know, because you got to get creative.
I hope that today's topic on creativity is going to be valuable to a lot of the people who are listening. I wrote this lecture. It's called Creating New Ideas in Magic. Almost 20 years ago. And because I found myself, come up with ideas, and I wanted to help other people. Notice it says creating new ideas and make more money. And that is a motivation, but the creativity kind of flows out of me. And now that I'm getting older, it seems like it's even exaggerated even more, and that's why you see me making all these silly videos, and I call them silly because, well, let's put it this way: I'm not charging a lot of money for them. I'm just giving them away, and so don't get me wrong. I do make money. In fact, this what you were talking about a while ago is this item right here. This is the wall.
The wall.
Yeah. Can you see me?
No, where'd you go?
Not until I open it up and show you that there is a hole in the wall.
Oh, that's how they get through.
What this thing does is it comes apart. You can hold it like this, and then you put together, and then you can say, hi, and you can do magic tricks. Now, this is the last one I have of this, and the reason I got this today is because I just got it back from the new manufacturer. There's a new person that's going to be making these for me. And I sold a bunch of those, and there were some tricks and routines I had in the video that I show about what I did with that. But I used it.
You then hold it with one hand?
Yeah, right.
Oh, cool.
That's the cool thing about it. You hold it with one hand, can you see?
Yeah.
And then you pull it together. And then that allows you to either, if you want to reach inside and produce things, from it.
Sure, or you could have an invisible assistant reach through and produce a cane.
Right. Yeah. Now, my friend Tom Jones and Rachel Wild, they originally came up with out of the market called the Window of Opportunity, and they had a small version of it but it didn't lock together, and you couldn't put your hand through it. So I wanted to take it a step further, which is what I did. And so anyway, we got some. That'll be coming out in the next few months, a new version of it, and it'll be exciting. Now, the reason I brought that up is because, yeah, that's right. That's Greg is the one who's manufacturing it. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's funny that Gary knew that. Yes, he is the one that's manufacturing. I just met with him yesterday. He's here in Florida right now, and Greg gave me that one back and was showing me the progress they've made so far on it. So then here's the thing. See, because I gave this idea to Greg, everyone he sells, I get just a little bit of money off of each one he sells. And it's the same way with not all my other effects, but a lot of my effects is, in fact, there's another one coming out today through Wolf. Why am I drawing a blank on this? Why is in his name? TrickSupply.com is what it's called. And they have a new item coming out, and it's an item that I adapted. Now, see, not all new ideas are, completely out of the ether, out of the invisible. Some of them are adaptations. So let's get into this thing on creativity. When I first came up with this idea of the lecture, by the way, I'm going to, if you see the need and want, I'll be happy to send you the PDF file of all these notes. There's 17 pages here. But the opening part of the lecture part was creating new ideas. Where do you go to get your new ideas? Most people go to the magic store, right? And they're looking for new ideas. But I'm telling you, there's a field of possibilities out here. And what we as creators have to tap into that, Now, here's the thing that I found. Most magicians say to me, well, I'm not really creative. That's not really true. First thing, the problem is you're telling yourself that, and you're telling other people that's a big hurdle to get over. It really is. I'm sure you found the same thing, Brad. Do you feel like you're creative?
Well, it definitely is. I definitely know I'm creative.
Oh, good.
Because we're creative beings and we create our own reality, whether some people believe that or not.
That's true.
You can create good things and you can create bad things. Because we're always thinking. We're always constantly, at least I am, my brain is always running. And I need to be able to shut it down. What does it say? We are all born to be creative. Right. We are born creative. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. We're not all creative in the same manner.
No.
So that's the reason why everybody says, well, I'm not creative, because we're not all the ones that are actually, there are 4 roles. And I talk about them here in the notes, and I say the 4 roles are, the first one is the adventurer, the one that goes out and looks for all the ideas. And then there's the wizard, who's actually taking those ideas and begin to manipulate them and turn them into something of value. And then when we think we have a great idea, there's the critic here,
okay,
who has to criticize and take it apart and reshape it. And then once it's ready to go on the market, then you have to have the salesperson, So there are 4 roles. One of those 4 roles is your dominant, meaning everybody has one of those 4 roles in part of their personality.
Sure.
So, and it takes all 4 to bring an idea into existence. So that's why I encourage people, if you don't feel creative, you're just not teamed up with the right people.
Well, it's like your brick wall thing there. You saw this thing, you're out finding stuff. So you're an adventurer, you're looking for things, and you found it.
Right.
You said, hey, I could innovate that a little bit.
Right.
And then you had someone manufacture it, and now you got to sell the damn things.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, the manufacturing was not easy. In fact, Greg said to me yesterday, he says, how come the guy who came up with this is not still making them? And I said, because he put a lot of work into putting it together, and it's true. And the reason I sell him because he sold his shop. So everybody's creative. Now, here's the test. You ready? It's
ready. We'll have a drum roll. Ready? The test.
Test is, you ask yourself, what if? What if? What if we did this? What if this happened? What if we turned this way? What if we, if you start asking yourself the question, what if, and you do it seriously, ideas and thoughts will come into your mind. And you just need to keep asking and keep asking, what if we did this? What if I did that? What if I turned that around? Just like, for example, yesterday I made a video of a dove pan producing money.
I saw it.
The idea was that I put something under the lid, and when I pulled the lid up, it made it look as though there was nothing in the lid but what was on the table, and I had a bunch of spring bills. Okay, so the new idea is to make it. So I start with the lid instead of the pan, empty pan. So I pulled up the lid and I go, oh, there's a bunch of money in here. And I took one of the bills out, showed the empty pan, put it in, then put the lid back on it, and more money came out.
Right. Yeah.
So the idea, the creativity was let's make it look like people are always a little suspicious of the lid on the dove pan because it looks like it could hold something in there. But if you make it look like there was something already in there, then it must have been empty. Anyway, that's
like a rice bowl effect almost.
That's just one of the ideas of what I came up with just recently. So anyway, I really do want to get. This is a workbook, is what it is. There are places for you to fill in the blanks and for questions. And there are a lot of challenging questions in here because part of the way we become creative is by asking ourselves questions. See, here's an area here we have to fill in.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is available to you for free, but you're gonna have to contact me, and I am going to ask you to make sure that you're signed up for my e-newsletter.
They can kind of get a hold of you through here, can't they?
Well, yeah, but that's not. It's actually, yeah, I appreciate that, but the magictomotivate.com is really my page for this stuff. Magic to Motivate. And you go to that page, and at the bottom of that page is where I capture your email and give me the permission to start sending you my e-newsletter. Now, the e-newsletter doesn't come out that frequent. It's maybe once every 2 months or something like that. But it does have within it a couple of things. One is you get the link to the video of it's a motivational video for magicians. And then you also get a link to my blog, which I'm throwing all my ideas into that blog. And it's not, I don't advertise that, so you won't know how to get there unless you have access to my e-newsletter. So what I'm trying to say is, please sign up for my e-newsletter, and you're going to find. I'm telling you, I used to charge for this stuff, and I'm done charging now. I'm honored. I'm doing a show down in Naples, Florida this month, and so once again, I contacted the Magic Club down there, and thank you. That's my magictomotivate.com. I'm going to do a lecture for the magicians in Naples, and I'm so excited because I do love lecturing.
When is that?
January 19th in Naples, Florida. Yeah.
Coming up.
Yeah. So it'll be a lot of fun to do that. And
let me throw something in there. By the way, you're giving this stuff away for free. I would encourage people to at least donate $1. And the reason for that is my own spiritual beliefs of, I think that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if you just take this stuff, all it does is creates a void for you.
There is a universal reciprocity, yeah. So, and that's part of the reason why I'm giving away, because I know that the more I give away, the more I'm going to get back.
Right.
It may not always come in money, and sure, I'll be happy to take any donations that people want to send me, because let's put this way. I was getting ready to say I live on a limited income. Not really. I get my Social Security check here next week, or payment into my account. But the shows that I'm doing right now, and I'm basically working to get at least 2 shows a week, which is what I'm doing. And that gives me the freedom to do what I do and to enjoy life as I am.
You found your lane. You like to tinker and make videos of magic and do magic for the kids, do magic for the seniors. You got the whole age gamut worked out.
Yeah. I'm not making a lot of money now. You know, I used to make a lot of money, but I worked my ass off as a magician.
No, but I think now at this point in your life, and same with me. I mean, I don't need a Lamborghini, and I don't need $1 million. I don't need to travel all over the world in my private jet.
Right. Right. In fact, I don't even need to travel anymore. I'm pretty much.
I'm in agreement.
I travel now.
Our little conversation is a lot of fun. Every week we get to do this, and I'd rather do this than many other things.
Yeah, as long as we have this is great for us to. And once again, I'll point out the fact that you and I have never met in person yet. We've only met.
We might just be avatars.
Yes. So when you ask for the workshop, the notes here, I'm also going to give you a creative license.
Aha.
A license to be creative.
That's a good idea.
People think they need to give themselves permission to be creative. You know, take your show, take the tricks that you're doing and say, what if I did this instead of that? What if I did this, you know, and it happens to me all the time now. I've trained my brain to start thinking that way. So I've given myself permission to be creative. And
that's a good idea.
Stop telling yourself you're not creative. You're not helping yourself when you do that. You need to do the opposite and saying, I am creative. You know, and let me give an example. How many of you have thought of an idea, came into your idea, and you say, well, here's an idea. Yeah, somebody ought to make one of those. And sure enough, 6 months later, a year later, somebody's made exactly what you were thinking. Exactly what you were thinking. Now, how does that happen? Well, the truth is that idea came to that person about the same time it came to you. Because out here in the invisible, as I was talking about that field of possibilities, are all these ideas and they're spiraling around. And these brains are like antennas. And these ideas come popping in to different people. And it's the people who take action on them are the ones who get to benefit from them.
Well, here's another thought, too, that a person thinks, okay, here's a great idea. And then their negative mind goes, but somebody probably already thought of that.
Right.
And then they find it. They go, see, I told you someone else already thought of it.
Oh, that's sad. That is sad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they validate themselves. They go down that negative rabbit hole.
Yourself when you see that someone has put out an idea or used an idea similar to yours. I really do, because what that means is you're in the flow. You're in the groove of receiving, opening up, and receiving ideas. And so yeah, continue. Now I will tell you, stress will close that opening up. You know, and if money is an issue, and if you feel like you have no motivation, if life is closing in around you, that is not going to help you. Now, that's one of the reasons I moved here to Florida, because all I have to do if I feel that is go out to that ocean. If I go to that beach, it's like God appears to me there at that beach. There's an energy flow that's completely different from anything that I have in my alternate environment. So what I'm trying to say, find out wherever that is. Now, I have other methods of things I do to help release the stress and keep me open. And I'm going to encourage you to do that. But, if of all the careers and professionals out there, who should be the most creative but magicians?
They should.
Yeah, we're the ones. We're the wizards. We're the ones that are supposed to make the magic happen. So let's be creative, and stop telling yourself you're not creative. And the test is when you say, what if, when those ideas start coming to you.
Well, there's a piece of going with the flow. You'd mentioned stress. Years ago, I had a mild stroke, a TIA, just a little thing, and it sneaks up on you. You don't realize that you're stressed because we're capable of doing some miraculous things and we think everything's just going fine, but there is that little bit of stress. So stress happens when you're going against the flow. You're trying to row up because you see up there by the reservoir, that's where I want to go. That's where you think you want to go.
Right.
The river wants you to go somewhere else. And if you just turn that kayak around and go with the flow, you'll get to your destination, and it's much more heavenly than we thought you were going to go.
I hear what you're saying, and yeah, in my early years, I struggled, as a magician to get the work that I needed to get, but somehow, some way, the universe did provide for me. And
on that topic, there's a couple magicians up here, and they're successful, but I'll even mention their names because I don't think they're that good. One is my friend John Hughes. He's also known as Hondo. He's good, but he's not, Lance Burton kind of good. And he's working. Why is he working? Because he just goes out and does magic. He just loves doing it.
That's right.
He doesn't have a fancy website and a funnel and all that. He just has sponge balls in his pocket all the time.
Yeah. I remember hearing about Hondo 25, 30 years ago. I remember hearing
very successful up here.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, here's the funny thing about it, and I wanted to share this. Every year, I'm being self-employed as a magician. My income was pretty much the same depending upon wherever I set it in my mind. When I was making $80,000 a year, I continued to make $80,000 a year. And then when it dropped down below that now, I still continue to make X number of dollars every year. And, you're saying, well, wait a second, how does that happen? Because how do I get to decide what shows I'm going to get booked on, which ones I don't? What I do, I guess what I'm trying to say is everything shows up for you. And my bills are paid. I'm taken care of. It's not like I'm getting skinny, because I can't eat. It is amazing. It is amazing. But now we're talking about that creativity of not just with your magic, but with your life itself.
Well, that's where I'm going through right now. My new did I put my little
put it up there.
A little thingy up there, my daily dose. That's kind of what's going on in my head is because I go through, okay, should I be in the event industry? I've been doing events for a long time. I don't want to go out and gig again with that 2-wheel cart in my sound system and dragging it around hotels and taking the elevator up. And I don't want to do that. But there's other things that I want to do, and it's magical. It's like I've got another website, MagicBrad Marketing, and it was about being an alchemist. Because that's what a lot of this is. It's shifting your thinking.
Right.
And like, I think it just came in, that T. Harv Eker guy. You ever heard of him?
Yes.
Yeah, he had a thing about that, the financial thermostat.
Right.
If you think you're only like $50,000 a year,
talking about
he's there for some reason.
Right.
And he says when you go to the restaurant and you look at the menu, you always look at the left side where the cheap stuff is. If that's your mindset,
right,
why not look at the steak that's $65? You don't have to get it, but you could dream.
Yeah. Right. No, you're totally right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. We've gone for 23 minutes or 24 minutes now. Holy smokes.
So I'm going to ask her if they want these notes. I'll send it to the PDF file, but you have to ask for it. And then I am going to ask you to make sure that you're signed up for my e-newsletter. So, and at the bottom of that page right there. So, in fact, do that first if you've not signed up. I'll be sending another newsletter out in a few more weeks here.
I got to get on your newsletter. I don't think I'm on your newsletter. I get.
What? You're right. You probably have it. Yeah. Because we talk every week like this. And so, yeah. But you're right. You miss out on all the juicy stuff that I'm putting out.
I watch your YouTube channel, so I probably get it firsthand before people, because people would get the news.
I don't post everything on my YouTube channel public. A lot of it's unlisted, and that's the stuff I put in my blog. So if you have access to that, like I got this new trick. I don't have it here with me right now. I got the video. It's done. I haven't put it up on the blog, but I'm getting ready to. It's my own new version of soft soap, if you know what that trick is. So I call it super soft soap, and I've kind of beefed it up a little bit. So I'm going to, and then I not only perform the trick on the blog, but I explain how it's done and the details about how to make it yourself if you choose to do so. So there you go.
Ta-da!
Oh, next
one
next,
more time.
we're going to be talking about not-for-profit organizations, working for them. Okay. I've had some people ask me recently to do some freebies, which I'm open to do, but I want to talk with the group here about what the ins and outs of working for not-for-profit groups. And also, I posted last week on in the Magicians for Seniors group a link to activity directors group on Facebook, and I've signed up for that, and I'm getting their notices. Oh my God. I had no idea how difficult some of these activity directors are having in doing their jobs in these retirement and nursing homes. It's just, it's really kind of opened my eyes a little bit more about their job and the struggles they're going through, because you hear them. So if you're really serious about working for seniors, I strongly encourage you to sign up for that. Of course, they want to know why it is you're signing up. You just tell them, I just told them, I said, I provide activities for seniors, so.
Yeah, and you may want to let them know that I want to find out what your pain points are so I can make them disappear.
But anyway, I think it expanding your horizons, and that if you're serious about performing for seniors, and then
Okie dokie.
I still have my marketing for senior audiences video series. So if you haven't gotten that and you want to view it, there's 6 videos in there. Now's the time to do it.
Contact Steve at magic2motivate.com. Pretty good.
Yep.
Okay, buddy, I'm going to put you in the green room.
Next week.
There you have it. That's our friend Steve-O. And this has been the Magic Brad Show. There's something else in here. I don't know what it is, but I should check. And this is also called the Synergy Cafe, because I like coffee. And that's all I've got for today. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to have a little conversation with Steve-O, and then we'll see you next week. And stay tuned on my YouTube channel for other videos. And if you want to find out more about me, just Google the keyword Magic Brad. It's right here, magicbrad.com. Just Google Magic Brad and your other keyword, and you'll find something, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So peace, love, and happiness. This is Magic Brad signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good.